Hello, welcome to another video. I just posted like 2 hours ago, I think. Wait. Yeah, 2 hours ago. I think. I don't know. Today's video will be on what is the current SS Chara's powers. Now I need to explain SS Chara's powers. SS Chara has the ability to create knives and these kind of blaster things. Let me show you. Deku can create these as blasters. Yes, they blast like this. Yeah, those are his blasters. He can create up to like 12 at a time. The knives too. Not he can't create 12. He can create like most. Those are the knives Deku can create. So let me explain the powers of him. So Deku can use them to like create like kind of like field of them, and they move around on their own, kind of like a shield thing. He can also create these kind of knives. Orange and blue knives. The orange ones mean move, the blue ones mean stop. He can also create these big knives, like above his head, like 20 of them will appear above his head, and they'll fire at an opponent, at someone, and upon impact, they'll explode, doing more damage. Yeah. And, Deku can also create knives that follow people. Yeah. Also, whenever Deku uses that minefield ability, like kind of field ability, a kind of face, a smile face appears behind him, like, yeah, let me show you. These eyes will appear behind him, and like a skinny smile, like that, but red on his face, like that will appear. Deku can also, yeah. Deku can also make creepy faces like that. One of them's like that. He can cast shadows over his face to create more creepy faces. Yeah, he can put shadows over his face to make even more creepy faces. That's one of the creepy faces he can make, I guess, if you want to call it that. Wait. Now let's get on to the story. Deku was born with a quirk. I don't know what the quirk should be called. I'm just not gonna give him a quirk. No, I'm not gonna give him what the quirk name is. Should I just call it Devilovania? I guess I'll just call it Devilovania. The quirk called Devilovania. That's what I'm just gonna call it. That's SS Chara's theme. One day, when Deku first discovered his quirk, he held his hand out, and some sort of knife appeared in the... Oh, wait a second. I forgot something. Yeah, this knife for stronger attacks. He can create this knife in his hand, one of his hands. When he uses that orange-blue knife, his knife will flash an orange-blue color, and those knives will appear. This knife helps him able to control his power. Be able to control his power more. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. On to the story. So yeah, Deku was born in a world where quirks were natural for a lot of people, for 80% of the population. And Deku was a lucky one to be born with the quirk. That wasn't a part of his family. That wasn't a part of his family. When he first discovered his quirk, when his mom saw, she was confused and wondered, why isn't his quirk like ours? Like me and his father's, or a mixture. When his mom went to the hospital to tell, the doctor told him, oh yeah, some kids are born with quirks that are not even from their parents. That's when the doctor told him that he's going to become even more powerful than he already is. Wait. Nope, and nope. That wasn't an ASMR. So, oh my god, now they know that. Oh, frick. Okay. One day, while Deku is at the park with Bakugo, they're playing hide and seek. But they tell Deku to go find a place to hide. But what Deku doesn't realize is that they play. Oh my god, I hope you heard that. Yeah, they went to the park to play hide and seek. But what Deku doesn't realize is that they were planning on leaving him. On their way out, one kid told him, hey, what are you doing? You're not supposed to just leave him. That's when Deku heard a scream. There was a kid on the ground. Bakugo punching him. One of Deku's eyes went red. And he oh yeah, I forgot he can teleport too. Yeah, Deku can also teleport. And he teleported in front of the kid. And he took the hit. Deku fell onto the floor. That's when Deku created the real knife. This knife. In his right hand. And the red, minus the sparkles, there was the red afterglow on it. Deku put his knife in, held his knife, and put it into, and aimed it at Bakugo. With his eyes red. Both of his eyes. When his knife flashed orange and blue, Bakugo and his friends were confused. That's when a whole bunch of knives, big knives too, appeared. They were orange and blue. They ran through an orange one. An orange one hit them and it went right through. Bakugo stopped confused. That's when a blue one came. Bakugo stopped and it went right through him. That's when Bakugo caught on. Orange means go, blue means stop. An orange one appeared. Bakugo ran through it. And the blue one appeared. Bakugo stopped. When he turned around and saw his goons, he was smiling. But they were having a hard time. A bad time. As, the shadow cast over the front part of Deku's face. And this line appeared where his eyes were supposed to be. A line of red. Just line. A kind of thick line. And the shadow kept stretching out and covered his whole face. And a line smile appeared. Like this. And the same face appeared behind Deku. As a field of knives appeared. Those same knives. Yeah. Bakugo was dodging them with ease, sometimes even exploding them. That's when Deku ran out of energy. And his quirk stopped and the knives disappeared. No, wait. Before that, Deku created one of his blasters. As it charged up, but Deku passed out. The smile disappeared, and the shadow over his face disappeared. Deku fell asleep standing up, and the knives disappeared. His friends were on the ground, bleeding. And Deku was standing up, passed out. The kid that Deku protected was sitting there shocked, and Bakugo was standing there, unfazed. So when Deku and the face behind him disappeared too. So when Deku woke up, he was in his bedroom. He walked downstairs. Yeah, the knife helps increase attacks. When he was walking, he heard something. He heard his mom talking to someone. He snuck downstairs and hid behind something. Hid behind the couch. He heard the conversation. How his mom was putting him up for adoption after what he did to the kids. She didn't want to pay for it. Well, she still would. She didn't want to have to deal with that kind of person in her house. Deku stood up, crying. When they saw him, there was about 5 people there, of different families wanting to adopt him, that were there to adopt him. He ran upstairs, and his mom said, "Izuku, wait!" He packed a bag and left until broke the window and teleported onto a different building, draining some stamina. He ran, and he ran, and he ran. Wait a second. I'm not doing what I was thinking of what I was supposed to be doing. I'm an idiot. Oh, god damn it. Okay. Deku found a new place. And he lived there with a new family that adopted him legally. He told them he wanted to become a hero. Deku signed up for the UA entrance exam, yada yada. 10 months later, Deku has a 6-pack. And he's pretty much amazing with his quirk. Deku designed his hero costume too. So it's the SS Chara clothes, in case you don't know. So he has a green zip-up hoodie, a white t-shirt that goes underneath it, brown pants, and brown boots, and red fingerless gloves. I know his gloves are actually completely red, but I would give him red fingerless ones. Now it's time for the UA entrance exam. Deku arrives, and there's someone he recognizes. The kid has spiky hair. Some sort of spiky hair. Ashy blonde, red hair. That's when Deku realizes it's Kachan. Deku keeps his distance, not wanting to be recognized. Also, yeah, the family changed his hair color and eye color. His eye color is now a brown, and his hair color is a brown. So, also, they got rid of his freckles. Rest in peace, Midoriya's freckles. Deku walked, and he sat down where he's supposed to. He listened and listened until he got into some clothes. They're kind of like, it was like a sweatshirt with sweatpants and black Nike tennis shoes. I know they don't have Nike in Japan, but whatever. Do they? Nah, I think that's only American brand. Sorry. Deku went to his starting area. He teleported up front. The kids looked surprised as he just appeared out of nowhere. Deku gets ready. He stretches and and calms himself. When he's ready, as soon as he's ready, President Mike says go. The gates open and Deku runs in. He sees a robot and teleports behind it. Yes, I'm also giving Bakugo one for all in this series. Again. Yay. He teleports behind the thing and creates a blaster. The blaster shoots out one of its blasts. As soon as it hits the robot, it explodes. One down, 1 point. Now Deku knows he has a while to do this. 15 minutes later, Deku is now at 91 points. Until there's an earthquake. Some buildings start to fall apart. Some pieces of buildings start to fall apart. Deku looks to see a giant robot. Deku starts backing away. He starts to back away when the robot's face kind of collapses in on itself. Deku's eyes widen as there's someone falling down, and the robot starts to explode until he can't see anything. Also, Deku's teleport limit is 2,000 feet. Deku teleports onto one of the buildings and teleports to where the person is. Bakugo, he sees, with a broken arm, no broken leg. Because he uses explosions to propel himself into the air. Deku's surprised when Bakugo wakes up and sees Deku, but doesn't recognize him because his freckles, his hair, and his eye color changed. But Deku's still 5'5". Deku starts to walk away. Fast forward 2 weeks later, Deku gets the note. Deku passed. He's excited for this. He can't wait. He goes in. The next day, or month, whatever it was, he goes to class. Everyone looks at him. Deku gets nervous. He doesn't like people staring at him, and they all stare at Deku. Deku puts a shadow over his face, and this smile appears over it. Everyone looks away in fear. The shadow disappears, same with the face. And Deku walks to his seat. Few more students come, and before their teacher appears. He looks very fatigued. And he tells them to put on these uniforms and meet him outside. They do as told. Deku changes clothes and goes outside. He's like the 5th one out there. Mineta being the last. The teacher, some brown-haired chick asks, "What are we doing out here? Orientation's gonna start." Mr. Aizawa tells them, "Orientation? Who says we have to do orientation? I get to run my class any way I please." And today, you'll all be taking a test. Deku thinks, a test? I didn't study. And he says, not that, thinks, tells them, as if reading Deku's mind, not that kind of test. You'll be taking a quirk test. Everyone and Baku, wait, and if you fail, you get expelled. Everyone and Baku and Midoriya have a surprised look on their face, knowing they had to put their all into this. The end. Okay, that's it for this video. Goodbye. I'll see y'all later.